Hey, everybody. I am so excited to introduce you to one of our new members at eWomenNetwork who jumped into our leadership team and has been really a great voice for me because, I'm an old lady. She's young, she's beautiful, and she's brought a different energy to our eWomen chapter. But I want you to know a little bit more about her and what she does. So I welcome to the stage then, Madeline Potter. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I am good. I am so excited to have you here. It's
Thank
snowing
you.
here, so we're kind of locked in. So it's kind of nice to see a smiling face. Madeline
Yeah.
joined us when? You've been with us for quite a few
Like
months.
July or August, I feel like that's when I started getting
Mm.
involved.
Awesome. And then she jumped in and she is our registration person. So, when you walk in the door, you always want to see a smiling face. And that's a beautiful smiling face to see first thing. So she welcomes all of our guests when they come in, make sure everyone has a name badge. But, I want to know more about what she does. She has a company called Madeline Faye Photography. So what do you specialize in your photography?
Yeah, so it's basically any type of portrait, but I specialize for headshots and branding on the business side, but also on the personal side, I do a lot of family shoots, couples, seniors for high school. And then every now and then people come in for a beauty portrait. They just want to treat themselves to a portrait session. It's a milestone in their life, or they just haven't taken photos in a while. So I do a lot of portraits for a lot of different people.
So do you do those in your home? Do you do those in a studio? Do you do it in their home? Tell me what that process is like.
So I talk to my clients on what they want to achieve in their photo shoot and what their vision is. And then we choose a locations based off of their style. Every shoot is custom and personalized. So sometimes I shoot in their home. And then usually when we do that, we then go to another location, whether it's a studio or outside. I shoot all over DFW in different studios, in cities, in parks, in homes. It really just depends on my client and what they want out of their session.
So do you do a lot of like social media shoots as well for people who want to get all those different like social media shots where you're behind the desk and looking up in the
Yes.
air and those kind of things?
Yes, branding is super important. I love branding sessions. It's one of my main shoots, really. I work with business owners, and I think because I'm a business owner, I really understand what people need in branding. And I put a lot of work into my clients. We get to know who your target audience is, what your colors are, where the photos are being plugged into your website, if they're being used for print, and then what you want to display, how it's cohesive in your website. So I even dive into what your website already looks like, down to every detail. And it's really fun and it's a very seamless experience because branding as a busy business owner can be overwhelming and sometimes you don't feel like it's worth it. But when you
Right.
have a photographer who takes the reins and really helps you with every step, you're not left in the dark and it's actually a really fun, fulfilling experience.
God, that sounds great. Um, I was just thinking, as a speaker trainer, if you don't know this by now, if you're or any business owner, if your headshot is over a year and a half old, you need a new headshot. We change, we get older, we get more beautiful, we get more glowing. You know, I have had speakers walk into a room and I've introduced myself not knowing who the heck they are because the photo that they had sent me was 20 years old. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter, but I want to know what you look like when you're going to get on my stage. It's okay if you look different, but don't sell yourself off as one thing. You see a lot of realtors, and they have their pictures on the benches and things. That costs a lot of money. And then they walk into your house and wait a minute, I thought you were a brunette or man, total different look. So it's real important because it's how the world sees us now through our
Yeah.
social media and through our lifestyle photos. It's who we are as a person. And it's very important for people to get that know, like, and trust with you to do business with you. So I am so excited to watch you grow in our chapter. And let's talk about eWomenNetwork. What prompted you to join us and what have you gotten out of it so far?
Yeah. So when I started going to eWomenNetwork, I went to the SBI first, and I was really impressed with how helpful everyone was and how much passion everyone had to help each other with business advice. And then I was like, okay, I like that. I'm signing up today. And then I went to my first luncheon and I immediately was like, this is high quality. There are people in here who take their business so seriously. It's not like these businesses are going to die in a year. And you go to other networking groups and people are kind of unsure about their pitches and unsure about if their business is going to last, and it might not be very high quality, or people are kind of rude. I didn't get any of those vibes at my eWomenNetwork meetings. People were welcoming. And I could just tell that the room was full of business owners that would want me to elevate my business, and people who I could network with and trust. And immediately, I literally signed up like the day I met you and didn't even think twice about it.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, I loved you. And I love that, we were in the room. And I mean, business women, a lot of us are 40 plus, 50 plus, and you walk in and you're younger and it could be intimidating for you. But I find that we have a lot of younger people coming into the group, which I love, because you have a different view on business. You have a different take on employees and what you're looking for when you're working. That's really educating us because we grew up in a different era. So I just know that you bring a lot to the room as well. So we really appreciate you being there. I truly appreciate you stepping into the leadership team. And so if you would like to know more about Madeline, meet her in person, we have our next luncheon in February on the 23rd. We are usually the third Thursday in the month. This month we happen to be the 4th due to some special circumstances. So we'd love to have you there. I'd love you to meet Madeline and for her to introduce herself when you walk in the door. So thank you for joining us and thank you for all you bring into the room.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.